Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed removed from Battle Royal, Paul Heyman snaps. In the electric haze of a Monday night arena, where the roar of 20,000 souls collides with the pulse of destiny, one question lingers like smoke after a cannon shot. What happens when unbreakable loyalty finally shatters? The lights of Monday Night Raw bathed the sold-out stadium in crimson and gold, the air thick with the scent of sweat, popcorn, and anticipation. Braun Breaker, the second-generation powerhouse with Steiner blood coursing through his veins, stood shoulder to shoulder with the colossal Bronson Reed, a human tsunami from Australia. They were set to dominate the Battle Royal, two titans aligned under the banner of the Bloodline's extended empire. Paul Heyman, the wise man whose silver tongue had orchestrated empires, paced the gorilla position with the intensity of a conductor before a storm. His eyes, sharp as daggers, flicked between monitors and the curtain, whispering final strategies into the ears of his charges. The tribal chief was absent, but his presence loomed, an unseen king whose approval was both crown and curse. Please like, share, and subscribe for more sport talk content. The bell hadn't even rung when the announcement sliced through the arena like a guillotine. Due to unforeseen circumstances, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed have been removed from tonight's Battle Royal. The crowd's cheers curdled into confusion, then anger. Signs lowered. Chants faltered. Phones rose like periscopes in a sinking ship. Breaker's face, usually carved from granite, cracked with disbelief. His massive chest heaved as he stared at the referee, then at Heyman storming through the curtain. Reed, silent as a gathering storm, clenched fists the size of cinder blocks, veins bulging like rivers on the verge of flood. Heyman's voice cracked the air. This is an outrage. But beneath the theatrics, his eyes betrayed panic. Not for ratings, not for storyline. For family. For the fragile dynasty he'd spent decades building. The camera caught his hand trembling as he grabbed a headset, demanding answers from production, from management, from the ghosts of decisions past. The turning point came not in the ring, but backstage, where fluorescent lights exposed the raw humanity beneath the spectacle. Breaker slammed a locker, the metallic echo reverberating like a gunshot. They can't just erase us. He roared, his voice breaking, not with rage, but with the wound of a son denied his father's stage. Reed stood motionless, staring at his reflection in a cracked mirror. In that fracture, he saw his own journey, from Adelaide's dusty rugby fields to WWE's brightest lights, only to be yanked back into shadow. His whisper was barely audible. I left my kids for this. The crowd, sensing blood in the water, erupted into a chant that shook the rafters. Bullshit. Bullshit. It wasn't scripted. It wasn't planned. It was 20,000 hearts rejecting injustice in real time. Children looked to parents for explanation. Veterans of the Attitude Era nodded knowingly. This was wrestling at its most primal. Social media ignited like wildfire. Hashtag Free Braun Breaker trended worldwide within minutes. Fans posted childhood photos of Rick Steiner holding a toddler Braun, captioned with broken heart emojis. Australian supporters flooded Reed's Instagram with kangaroo flags and messages in Aboriginal dialects. Big Bronson, you are country. You are home. Historians drew parallels to the Montreal Screwjob, but this felt different. Less conspiracy, more betrayal. This wasn't about a title. It was about legacy. About two men who'd bled for the machine, only to be discarded like yesterday's script pages. In the quiet of the trainer's room, Heyman sat alone, head in hands. The man who'd talked Hulk Hogan into immortality, who'd guided Brock Lesnar through carnage, now faced his own mortality. A single tear traced the line of his cheek. Not for TV, not for drama. For the boys he'd promised the world. Breaker's reflection came later, in a dimly lit hotel hallway. My dad taught me to spear through walls, he told a producer's camera, voice raw. But nobody prepares you for when the wall spears back. Reed's words were simpler, spoken to his phone in a voice note to his wife. I thought I was building something for our kids. Tonight, I just feel small. Yet in that smallness, something shifted. Breaker posted a black and white photo of his father's NCAA championship ring, captioned, removed from one battle, entering another. Reed shared a video of his toddler son tackling a pillow, writing, this is why I fight. The wrestling world paused. Commentators spoke in hushed tones. Analysts debated creative direction. But beneath the noise, a truth emerged. Greatness isn't measured in battle royals won, but in how you rise when erased. Paul Heyman, ever the strategist, saw opportunity in chaos. By Wednesday, rumors swirled of a rogue faction, Breaker, Reed, and the wise man himself, operating outside bloodline law. The removal wasn't punishment, it was emancipation. Bron Breaker's final reflection came at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling of a tour bus. They took my spot.